right, so we're taking a trip here to Wisconsin Dells, and we're going to go on what they call a jet boat adventure. And they said you will get wet, so I don't know that I can video anything because it's going to be a fast ride and I don't want to get my equipment wet. So we'll see, maybe I can get some, I'm not sure though. Alright, so there's the boat that we're gonna be on. So they do a couple different types of boats. They do these jet boats, and then also there's like the tour boat that goes much slower. And we're on the lower Dells. There's an upper and lower, and we're going to be doing the lower tour. So we'll see how it goes. Here's a better shot of the boat. Alright, so we just got back. I didn't take the camera, and there was absolutely no way of using my phone to video anything. They say you're going to get wet. That's an understatement. It's not a few splashes. They tease you at the beginning with some splashes, and then you get completely drenched. Like, I had to take my shoes off because the water in my shoe was actually sloshing, and they're pretty reckless with the boat. So we'll see if we can get some video of them taking off with the next group. The boat is powered by two 496 big block Chevy engines, and the boat is completely aluminum, so it goes pretty good. All right, so here's a crew going. So in the background you can see there is that's a tour boat. That's a very slow, boring ride. And then they also have what's called the Wisconsin Dells Ducks, which are old Army ducks. And we saw quite a few of those. You get a little wet, but this year you will get extremely wet, and these go really, really fast. I would recommend this. There are a lot of people in the ducks that kind of look disappointed as they saw us like whiz by. Alright, so Mirror Lake State Park. We just kind of buzzed through to scope out the campground. Looks like got a pretty nice setup here. They got actually 3 different campsites, and they're spread out quite a bit. And also we just got done eating at the Ishnala Supper Club, which is actually in the Mirror Lake State Park. So I didn't get any footage of that, but it's pretty fancy, pretty expensive, and you're right on the lake. There isn't a bad seat in the house. Alright, so here's the sign that gets you to the road. You take a winding road, trees on both sides, gets you back to the Ishnala. It's about a mile. And we went on a Thursday night. Today's Thursday, and the doors open at 3:30. They don't start dining until 4, and we got there at 3:34, and there was a 45-minute wait already. So they do have 3 bar rooms, and there is lots of seating outside, covered porch and that type of thing that overlooks the Mirror Lake. So yeah, very popular place. So we're here in Lake Delton, which connects with Wisconsin Dells. The 2 communities put together is about, I think, 10, maybe 11,000 people. Lake Delton has the more modern attractions. So I'm just standing in a parking lot here, and there's a bunch of different things. So this here, Buffalo Phil's, is a place you can eat, but it's also connected with Knuckleheads, which is like an arcade indoor deal. And then in the distance, where we just came from, way in the distance, that's a that's going to be an outlet mall. You got Nike, Crocs. If you're Bradley, I think there's a tool store. And then there's quite a few lodging options. You got Great Wolf Lodge, which has an indoor water park. Next to that here is the Staybridge Suites. And if we keep panning around here, That's kind of like the main drag out there. So there's like, the gas stations are like what you normally see, but they all have kind of a gimmick to them. So that one's got the old, I think that would be the, what, Sinclair Dinosaur, but I believe it's a Citgo. Then, you know, your normal chains, Pizza Ranch, McDonald's, Famous Dave's. I'll show you some of the other stuff that's in Wisconsin Dells. There's also another indoor water park called Kalahari. I think it's one of the largest. All right, so this is the Kalahari. This is a absolutely huge complex. I'm not real familiar with the actual hotel part or the condos, but the convention center, I would bring my 8th grade band each year. We'd have a large, very large two-day festival, and then I think it actually went to 3 days. And so there's an indoor water park. So what would happen while it was still cold, you do your band and clinic, and then you would students would have the rest of the day to kind of burn off that energy in the water park, which it's pretty big. Over here you got the condos. Like I said, the convention center, and the convention center actually has a skywalk over to the condos. This is going to be the entrance then for the actual hotel part. You can see in the distance that there's a duck as well, one of those army ducks. There's a better shot of the duck. And the thing you got to remember about the Wisconsin Dells ducks is there's actually, I believe, 3 different companies. There's the original Wisconsin ducks. I think there's just the Wisconsin ducks, and then there's like army ducks, and they're all a little different. I think they do about the same thing, but you can tell this is a pretty big place here, and it looks like it connects to this Tomfooleries. In the distance you can see that there's a indoor Ferris wheel going there in by those windows there, and that goes all the way around, and then further down there's actually a movie theater as well. So this is a pretty big area here, and this is right off the highway by Lake Delton. All right, so this is the Dells Army Ducks, and they've expanded this since I've been here. So there's like a whole, looks like an army training facility now with a multiple ropes courses. And this is right down the street from Noah's Ark, which is supposed to be America's largest water park. You can kind of see some of the slides there and some of the stuff in the distance. It is quite large if you've never been there. It's we've been through some other water parks out of the state, and it definitely is larger than most of those. And this is kind of like the main drag here again. There's one other one called Mount Olympus. They have hotel and motel buildings all over the place, and if you rent there or stay there, then you can use their water park at the main facility. So that's part of Mount Olympus as well. They have a indoor and a very large outdoor water park as well, and there's also an amusement park as well along with that. And it stretches all the way to where you see the big giant horse. Oops. And of course you got the upside down White House. That's top secret. And this would be the start of the parking for the Mount Olympus here. And again, the big giant wooden horse. And right across from the wooden horse is the original Wisconsin Ducks, not to be confused with the other 2 ducks. Alright, and this is a miniature golf course called Pirates Cove. This one is pretty popular. And this is just a few of the highlights here. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff to see. This is just kind of taking an overview here, looking down. Alright, so this is the Upper Dells. Boat tours and also the jet boats. We did the lower, and this is the Wisconsin Dells part. So this is, most of this stuff is like original, so I would say like from the 50s. The buildings are pretty old. They've been updated a little bit, but if you walk in you can tell that they're older buildings, and this is like the main strip then. So if you walk this, which we did this afternoon, you got stuff on both sides. A lot of traffic because this is the main way in and out. I know when I delivered ice through here, we'd come right downtown with the ice truck. And yeah, as far as the eye can see, there's just shops the whole way. A lot of candy stores, a lot of ice cream, and just like tourist type things. And then there's a lot of these places where you can buy tickets for different types of either boats or adventure courses. A lot of different types of foods, souvenirs, t-shirts, all sorts of gimmicks to get people in the store. The most interesting stuff always seems to be right on the outside of the store. So you walk in, and then once you get inside, it's all right. All right, so we're gonna have breakfast this morning at the Paul Bunyan's Cook Shanty. They also have a lumberjack show. And gifts, of course. You gotta have the gifts. And it's in what looks to be a log cabin here. We will see. Alright, so we just got done with breakfast. And the style is family style, so they bring everything out in bowls. And it's all you can eat. Once the bowl is empty, then they will bring out another bowl, and you're sitting at like pine tables. One side has chairs, the other side has a bench that you sit at. And I would describe the food as like cafeteria style food. I don't know, to me it kind of reminded me of army food that we would get, you know, kind of the food service type. Especially the eggs. The eggs were like carbon copy. Yeah, other than that, I mean, it's good. And there was plenty of food. And they also bring out like a deep fried sugar donut along with that. So, pretty good deal. Alright, so we're going to be finishing it up here. We actually drove to Brookfield, which is near Milwaukee. Wife wanted to do some furniture shopping at this place called Penny Mustard. And the best part about it is stuff is made in the USA. So that is going to be it for now.